and instant games. The General Store on 24 in Lewis.
You know what? Forget this book.
No.
Ha ha, he, hell.
I did ask Bill, what's it going to take for you to snap? Because I could see you snap.
He, hell.
And I said, anything with wife and kids, right?
Yeah.
That's what makes people snap. Wife and kids, or husband and kids, or like anybody that you're close to like that, significant other, and like your kids make people snap.
This is a question of the day today.
Trigger there that's going to make you like not be yourself, out of character. Nobody knew that Will was going to snap like that.
We've been talking about Will Smith and Chris Rock all morning long. So the question of the day is, have you ever lost it on somebody? And what is the trigger? What's your trigger? And or what would it take for you to go bonkers on somebody like that?
Yeah.
With your significant other.
Mm.
Have you ever, and what is the trigger?
Well, yeah. What's it going to take? What does it? You're going to lose it.
Yeah.
What is it?
Maybe you're a female who's defending your man. Have you ever gone crazy on another female? And I'm not talking about cheating or nothing like that. I'm talking about words. What is something that, has been said where, and who was it about? Let's go. 302-858-5117. 944. I got a story. Call in, please.
Yeah, call us. You mean to tell me that happens and then they continue on with the award show? Will receives his awards. He does his speech, which was a great speech, by the way, and he was very emotional. But all this happens after he bitch slapped Chris Rock.
Yeah.
Did they just shake hands? Did they make up? Are they cool? What happened there?
I don't know.
Because, they're literally seated right in front of the host. Good morning, Power 1017.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, what's up? You're live on the radio, so, all stories you got to keep clean. But
yeah, I know.
Let's spill the beans and make it good.
Yeah.
So, there was no cheating involved, but, me and my wife, we worked at Mount Air, and she had worked there longer than me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So everybody there liked her, and she was in a relationship before me and her got together. And, well, I tell you, every single guy there was, hitting on her, and then they started even trying to be kind of racist. They were like, "Oh, you weren't interested in us, but as soon as this white boy comes around, then you're interested, and then you just want to bust it open, And I snapped on that dude, and then I ended up getting in a fight with him
on the job.
Yeah, on the job in the cafeteria there.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it was And what's crazy is I didn't get fired for that one because he was a manager as well. And he shouldn't have been talking like that,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And, well, a couple of months went by, and there was another guy, and he was, harassing her, big time. She reported him to HR, and, he was following her to her car when I wasn't working and stuff like that. I ended up, getting in a fight with him, and that was the second time. So that time they were like, you got to go.
What was, the final straw with getting in the fight with him? How did it start?
So I went to go down to lunch. I worked in a different department. I was a machine operator, and she was a QA. And I went down to lunch, and he was blocking her path. She was trying to check the temperature of chicken and stuff, and he was blocking her path, and she was trying to get by.
Mm-hmm. He was trying to press up on her.
Yeah, I walked up behind him, and I said, "Yo, get away from my wife." And he looked over his shoulder and told me no. That's it. There was no thought. I slammed him on the ground. That was it.
Well, all right. Well, this is what I don't understand about dudes. That was your wife? You guys were married?
Yeah.
Okay. So,
told him.
All right. So you're married. Okay.
Yeah.
This is what I don't understand. You're married to this woman, and there's another dude who was blocking her, talking to her in the hallway. Okay, fine. Now, I'm not. That's wrong. But when he could be trying to cheat on, get her to cheat. She could be cheating on you. Whatever. But when the husband comes up behind and says, "Get away from my wife," I don't understand the part where he says no.
I don't know if he didn't know it was me, or I don't know.
You said my wife.
Know.
You said, "Get away from my wife." So when somebody says that, I don't understand like the whole no part.
He said no.
Right.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying? Like, dude, the husband's there. Now it's
Right.
your turn to get away. Like, if you still want, if you're gonna like talk to her and she's gonna let you or whatever, that's later. The husband's there. At that point, you're only asking for a fight by saying no. That's what I don't understand.
Right.
That whole thing.
Well, it's not like I was being rude. He was literally
Even if you were being rude,
he was blocking her path and like had his arms out, like trying to like make her stop to talk to him.
Mm-hmm,
I was
Crazy.
like, yo, you need to get away, you know? Like, I mean, I didn't say it like, I was very rude when I said it, because at this point, I had already warned him one time before.
Right.
Wow.
And he
So-
just straight up told you no.
I mean, I guess he thought I wasn't about it.
Hey man, where you calling from?
Oh, I'm headed to Ocean Pines for work.
All right, thanks for checking in.
Thank you.
You got a story like that? Have you ever like popped off on somebody? What did it cause?
Wow.
What was like the trigger?
Right.
Again,
What
we're
made
talking
you
about
lose it?
Will Smith, defending his wife, going up, punching Chris Rock. It was a crazy moment, but hey, he defended his wife. That's the
Wow.
stance I'm taking. 302-858-5117, 366 texting in. Jennifer says, my kids. Now, don't get me wrong. I love my husband, but I don't want nobody messing with my kids. There's a time and a place for everything, and he could handle that after the show. Oh, he could have handled that after the show. He could have, but he didn't. And I'm not putting much
am
blame on
shocked.
him.
I just couldn't
Yeah.
believe like that whole setting, and he's hosting. He's a comedian. It's the Oscars. I'm blown away by it. I could not believe it.
That West Philly came out.
And then I thought, oh, now this is before I could hear the audio or even knew anything that was going on. I thought, oh, Chris Rock must have crossed the line. He talked about Jada
Yeah.
and, other things that have been trending with them in the news, and Will snap. And then I find out that it's about the G.I. Jane joke and shaving of the hair and things like that, but Will lost it.
Do you have a story? Have you ever lost it on somebody? They make a comment about your girl or your man. We want to hear those stories. Or maybe if you haven't, what would it take? What would it take?
Yeah, what would it take?
302-858-5117. It's the Bill and Jessica Show. Good morning.